All right, so welcome to Candid Yams Kickback. I am your Candid curator, Rashad Little, and this is the Candid Crew. Candid Crew, I want to go around just say you say your first name and introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Talina.
All right.
I'm Crystal.
And I'm Asa.
Great job, Asa. So listen, we are in this thing. We are here to look at these trailers, these upcoming trailers for these new movies, and we're also here to review our show. The Candid Yams Kickback Watch Club show, Sex Life, featured on Netflix. So we're gonna, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. You are here. If you're here to review with us, if you're watching this live or whatever, that's what we're doing right here today. So let's get into it, y'all. So can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
And can you hear my sound?
Yes.
Please help me.
You got a problem here, guy?
I had this secret. There's a darkness inside of me. It followed me here. And it's gonna keep coming for us. We share a certain history. This isn't like any other ghost face.
What is this place?
A shrine.
We've got to lure him in.
We execute him. Hello?
Let's play a game.
You know you're like the 10th guy to try this, right? It never works out for the dipshit in the mask.
Maybe. But there's never been one like me, Gail. I'm something different.
That's why I'm gonna shoot you in the head.
You want me. So let's finish this.
Guys?
What we think? Thumbs up, thumbs down. What we think? We feeling it? We not feeling it?
It seems like the typical to me. Like, I don't really truly enjoy movies like that with that storyline because it's just stupid to me. Like, but I mean, to each his own. I've just never really been into thrillers like that. So yeah, I'm good. Thumbs down.
Damn. Hey, so Matt.
Talina could go first.
Talina.
I'm the same. You gonna shoot through the door 3 times and then use all your bullets? Like, it's kind of the logic behind it for me sometimes. If the group is watching, I'll watch and let you know my opinion, but I wouldn't watch it on my own.
Y'all a tough crowd, man.
It's just like the Slave movie. How many times is this nigga in this mask gonna show up?
But you see, it's a gang. It's a gang of them at this point. So it's a thumbs down for you too. It's a thumbs down for you, Talina. And it's a thumbs down for you, Crystal. It's a thumbs up for me. Okay. Because it got my heart racing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You said, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Bruh. It's a classic spin on the what was the movie from back in the day? It was just Scream, all the screams or whatever.
Scream, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I like to continue the legacy here. I mean, I'm a Jeepers Creepers guy too. Okay. But that's another story for another day. It's a thumbs up for me, but I'm outweighing this decision 3-1. I think it's a must see, but the group don't think so. So I mean, I don't know if we'll be reviewing that one in the future or not. All right, on to the next. Let me know if you can hear my stuff and see my stuff. Good.
I'm Rhea Khan. I am going to be a stunt woman. My sister Lena is the only person who believes in me.
Want to help me with a vid for my channel?
She helps me with all my training.
You are going to be such a great stunt woman. That was dope though.
But lately, she's been seeing this guy who I think is a bit of a smarmy wanker. You know, it's a trap.
Oh my god, Rhea, chill out.
Now, I'm not being dramatic, but these people are evil.
I found something. I've got my eye on you.
They are not taking her away without a fight.
I will strike down you or anyone else who tries to get in my way. How about the bikini area?
Let's dance.
We need to get Lena out.
How?
Mischief is afoot.
Lena's not going anywhere. You little bitch.
Rude.
Mom, what are you doing? Oh.
We stick to the plan. Nothing changes.
We are going to show Lena who these people really are.
Let's decimate this mother! Y'all calling me crazy?
Did you see my kick?
Of course I bloody did. It was magical.
I'm pretty sure I drew blood.
All righty. What do we think about that one? It's a little different, a little outside the genre, a little bit, huh?
It's very different. It's a lot going on. Very, very different.
I thought so too.
All over the place. Sorry. If it's between this and Scream, I'll do Scream.
Wow. Crystal?
You know, I think that it's, the fact that it's the Indian version of like a Kung Fu movie, I think is interesting. And the fact that it's women, like say hey y'all.
Hello.
The fact that it's the storyline is centered around women, I think I could get with it. I like the action-packed aspects of it. I think that it would be, interesting just to kind of see what that culture and how that culture, and the things that I've learned, particularly myself, about the Indian culture, like having like a Punjabi minty and all of that. Like, it would just be interesting to see their take on the movie in correlation to how I know women in their culture to be.
Agreed.
So yeah.
Asa, your thoughts?
I'm kind of in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is different. but it was a lot going on. So is she like trying to be a kung fu master or a stunt woman? Is she trying to be a superhero or what? But I think the cultural stuff is what makes it interesting, right? Because they're doing it like in their traditional garb and all of that stuff, and bringing a lot of cultural stuff in it. So that would be cool to look at. But yeah, just it was being a stunt woman, and then now you want to be a superhero and save your sister. I don't know. Something
All right, so let's all vote on this at the count of 3, either thumbs up or thumbs down. Let's see it. 1, 2, 3. What we got? Got 3 thumbs up. Ace, I can't see your thumb. Oh man, this man right in the middle. Come on. You ain't hit me with the Street Fighter from back in the day, did you? Oh man, that's crazy. All right, so that's 3 thumbs up, y'all. 3 thumbs up. That's a win. Talina's gonna watch it too. All right. Let's okay, so let's go to the next one. I didn't know if y'all was gonna like that one or not. I was like, this is gonna be a little different. All right. Can y'all see my stuff? Yes.
We're in. Kevin, let's get a move on. You shot him, man! Put your hands up! Do it now!
Welcome to the world. We're gonna get you back on your feet.
I just want to make things right with Beth and Lindsay.
Frank. Oh my gosh, you're so big.
Do you have anything you're really good at?
Not really.
What about picking locks? Mom told me you were the best.
I'm in trouble, Miller.
April?
The man I work for. He won't let me go, and he's still hurting me. After Kevin died, there was no one there to stop it.
I wish I never brought him there that night.
I need money to start a new life. Then you'll have made it up to me.
Are you out of your mind?
I owe her.
Not like that.
Another mistake and you're done.
Watch your 6 out there, fellas.
Beth, they took her. We have to go to the police now.
You find her before they find you.
Gotta handle this on my own. Roll that gun over here.
Now, I know y'all gonna like this one. Come on now. Come on now. I know it's a little different. What we think? Crystal, we're gonna start with you this time.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog. I was over here trying to pour my water. All I heard was doom, 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 doom. But what I will say is this: I usually try to support anything with Vin Rhames in it, even though I can't get Holiday Heart out of my head. He will always be Holiday Heart to me. But it seems like from what I could hear in the I did see, it seems action again. You know what's crazy? I've never seen any of these previews. I don't know where you find your movie previews from. Like, I guess I'm living under a rock because I wouldn't have ever known any of these movies existed. So shout out to you for being cultured when it comes to the movie scene. Because
yeah, we got to get y'all appetite up, okay? Got to get y'all appetite up. So, all right, Talina.
I like the suspense. I will watch it. I'm intrigued by it. Agree with her. I don't know where you find these clips either, but I give it a thumbs up. I will watch it.
Asa Mac.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this. I would give this a thumbs up.
So let's vote on it. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Let's see what I got next for y'all.
他人の目に映る自分が本当の自分なんです。写真の私が本当の私になりますから。他人を通してしか自分を合わせないことに変わりはありませんから。ここ、スタジオ？
うまい嘘は人を喜ばせることもあるし。
今日止めてくれない？知ってる？オスってメスに食べられちゃうの。
メスに食べられるオスだけが感じられるんだ。相手が生きているという感動的な喜びを。
かわいそう。戻して。本当の私に。
I kind of already know what this one's gonna be, but I'm just go ahead around the room. Ace, we're gonna start with you.
At first, I thought it might have been something interesting. And then, no. Like when they was changing the face, I thought it might have been like some type of like, it looked like it was gonna be like some type of social media type document stuff, something that I probably would have been interested in. Then all that other stuff started happening. Slim pouring blood on his head. Okay, I'm out.
All right. Talina?
Yeah, I was like, is it human trafficking? Like, what is going on at first? And then I was like, I'm like,
not human
what are we
trafficking.
doing with the blood? Well, it was the blood and
the stretching of the
it's a little
scar.
too outside the box, Rashad. It's too much.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Crystal got a lot going on over there.
I do, but I second what everybody else has said so far. Legit, I don't get down with gory. I'll pass. So if it's got a lot of blood in it, my eyes are probably gonna be closed the majority of the time, and it'll be a waste of my money. So, you know, and now if it comes to like Netflix or one of these other streaming platforms, and I can see it for free, then I'll try. And as soon as it starts to freak me out, I'll turn it off. But yeah.
Okay. All right. What's going on, Marcus? So
what's good?
What's good? So we're all gonna vote on this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Damn, Asa got his joint up there quick. Marcus, we done watched, man. We done watched a couple trailers, man. Let me see. We done watched Scream. What was it? Scream 4. Polite Society and The Locksmith. And all of these joints, everybody didn't say they was gonna go see. I'm playing. No, they didn't. I'm playing.
Now, if you paying, that's a different story.
It's crazy. There goes Shan. What's going on, Shannon?
What up, Shan?
All right. So this is the last one right here, I think, y'all.
بس حاجة يا شيخ
زي ما انتم عارفين شيخ الازهر توفى امبارح. خيار الشيخ الجديد قضية الامن الوطني بالدرجة الاولى. الرئاسة عايزة البلاوي. خلوهم يختاروه.
انا اتكشفت، انت خليني اخلع. شوف لي ملك جديد، بيفضل يكون طالب جديد لسه بشوكه.
ادم هو نموذج للطالب المثالي.
مالكش قرايب هنا في مصر؟ لا، محتاجينك تساعدنا. احنا بنعتقد ان الاخوان اخترقوا الازهر. تصلي وتشوف لي كمان مين تاني بيصلي. احفظ لي اشكالهم، اعرف اسمائهم.
ادم ايه العكه اللي حطيت نفسك فيها دي؟
اشتغل لحساب مين؟
عندي شويه معلومات تهم فضلك.
سمعة الازهر كله هتتمرمخ في التراب.
تعرف ايه حكم المرتد؟ الاعدام.
All right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to go ahead and go first on this one. I didn't like that one. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you that now. Asa, your thoughts? Go to Crystal, Mark, Shannon, and then Talina.
Nah.
Crystal.
Where do you find these movies?
Oh God. Chris, Shannon, just a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Mark.
No, I'm good. I'll pass on that one.
Talina.
No.
All right, so we're gonna all vote. We're gonna all vote with the thumbs up and thumbs down at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. So,
and do you watch these before you present them, or is this the first time?
Sometimes I do. Them other two of the 3 I had already seen, but the other I was like, I'm gonna roll the dice to see what the rest of the crew think. But sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's best when I don't, because then I get a real live reaction. I'm not like curating the clips, so it's good. All right. So Marcus, Asa he's a stan for sex life now. He really likes it. My boy then caught up on all of his scenes that he's supposed to catch up on, and he really enjoys the show. So we're gonna allow Asa to open up today. This is the part of the show where we go into our show that we're all reviewing, which is Sex Life on Netflix. I'm gonna allow Asa to open up with the opening monologue about his idea about the episodes 3 and 4. Asa, take it away.
I don't know about Stan.
Okay.
But what I will say is, I don't like the way she treats him. That's what this is about. At the end of the day, I don't like the way she treats him. Okay. And she got my man in a glass case of emotions. He don't know what to do. He don't know if he should live life on the edge or just be the regular dude that he is. Now he out here throwing up, jumping in people's pools that he don't know, running from the police, putting his whole life on the line because they about to go to jail. All this stuff, following this man into the shower. You know what I mean? Like now he feels inadequate. You know what I'm saying? It's just now she out here. He done knocked down the friend again after the friend was on some. She needs a better friend. First and foremost, when she said she was going to the bathroom, I knew what she was going to do. She was going to take a little quick bath real quick. You know what I'm saying? She come back out there and do what she got to do. Mm-hmm. And then, on top of the fact that, it's just, I don't like the way she treats him. And then she watched. I just don't like the way she treats him. And then, just to have grown-up conversation, she's sitting here complaining about him not going down. And I ain't seen her not once finish that meal. I digress. I'm disappointed. And that's probably why he's upset. I yield. Maybe that was
okay
for Sunday, but
so I'm gonna go over my quick notes just in case people on the call may not have gone over the the 2 episodes. So there was a lot that happened in episode 3 and 4. These are my notes that that I took down. Cooper follows Brad to the gym and has a shower scene that no guy should ever be in the position of being in. Brad and Billy, their elevator session when she do the flashback and go and meet the parents for the first time. That was kind of crazy. Let's see. I also have the note that her friend ain't shit. She need to switch her friends group out. That was in episode 3. And then let me see what my other notes are. Yeah, so at the end of episode 3, Brad smashed her homie on FaceTime, and she got off to that as well, which is like an ultimate kink. I was like, oh snap, she ain't hang up at all. Then in episode 4, moving right along, she goes and visit her, at the school and tells her that she was on her live. Like, what kind of toxicity is this, right? What are my other notes? She get to crying out there with the baby basket in New York, talking about this where her hot girl summer streets were, and then Brad shows her the tattoo of the 2 B's on his lower thigh or whatever the joint was. Bro, I'm gonna tell you what, Brad is who these chicks be talking about when she be talking about these dudes ain't ish, bro. That's who they be talking about. So those are my notes right there. Anybody got anything else to add?
What I will say is it gets real when you find out things about your spouse or significant other that you don't necessarily know, and it's like a culture shock to you. And it's like what I think is going on, but it is that he's literally just trying to hold his own and do what he feels that he needs to do to like keep her happy and to please her. And he's like giving it his best shot, but he is extremely uncomfortable in every single stroke of the means, like literally and figuratively. And I think that that is the biggest point of contention, like that he's literally trying, like instead of him like just sitting down and trying to talk to her to understand exactly what's going on, he just is he's jumping the gun and trying to do whatever he feels that he needs to do, like from an ego perspective, to show her that he's down with the get down. And I just don't think it's smart of him to do.
I also don't think he likes sex. Just want to throw that out there.
You don't think who likes sex? Cooper.
I don't think he likes sex like that. I think it's just like, all right, like we had kids, but I don't think he like it. Like he always looked uncomfortable. Even before he read it, that one time where they had sex, he was just like, nah, and then went on about his business. Like I don't know if Slum really likes sex like that.
I just feel like like Crystal said, there's no dialogue, there's no communication in their relationship. Like sex is the way they communicate, and it's 2 totally different pages versus sitting down and saying, this is what I need. Can you provide what I need? Versus him just out here floundering around trying to make it up in his mind. And like Asa said, with the lack of reciprocity in the shower, they show old dudes so we could compare, but they didn't show us what Cooper had, what Cooper was working with. So there was no comparison. Like in the films, they don't give anything for the females. They're going to show the male anatomy, but yeah, that was lacking. But I just feel like if they could just sit down and talk. Obviously you evolve as humans now, we're married, we're into this thing, we've had kids. What's good? Where are we now? Like check in. Not the person I used to be, but I got a little bit of my old in me and I need a little something more.
Facts. So here's where we have to talk about this. So I think that's an interesting point that Asa stated, that Cooper doesn't like sex. I wouldn't say that he doesn't specifically like sex. I would say that he has a regular sex drive. Okay. His wife's sex drive is up here though. So in relationships, what do you do when your mate sex drive is up here and you literally can't match his or her energy, right? Because not only does he find out, because he's finding out a whole bunch right now, right? He finding out that his wife was a hot girl. Not only was she a hot girl, she got the dude that she's lusting over, she writing about. He found out that he's alive and well and kicking and all this sort of stuff. And then on top of that, she fantasizes about him and he knows that. Bruh, I don't know. He's hanging on by a thread at this point. I ain't gonna hold you. Anybody else? Marcus?
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue is that they view sex completely different. Like she's more of an exhibitionist almost. And he's just like, okay, well, just like the everyday average sex. Like, hey, like let me get mine off and I'm good. But like she wants to like explore sex in different ways. And he's not familiar with that because that's not who he is. And so because like some of y'all have already said, like they've never had that conversation about what sex is for them. He's finding himself in this dilemma where he's like going to the gym, trying to compare his manhood to this other man to figure out why his wife is still wrapped around this dude's finger, you know. And then on top of him reading his diary, it's like it's driving him to a place of like you said, like it's all ego driven at the end of the day, where he's trying to like make up for what he thinks he should be for his wife, but really, like, bro, you out of character because that ain't even who you are. So, like, I think it's a combination of several things. One, him not knowing who he is and allowing her to kind of dictate who he should be for her, versus having that conversation and saying, like, yo, this is just how I view sex. If that's what you need, maybe we should have an open relationship, or maybe we should explore these different things where you can be satisfied because I'm not going to be able to give you what you need. Or we go our separate ways and you go do what you need to do to be happy, and I'm going to go my way. So, like, there's conversations that has to be had, but, like, no one's willing to have those conversations because I guess they feel like the other person's going to judge the other person versus sitting down and having an open ear and open heart to hear what they really got to say to figure out how they can make this marriage work if they want it to work.
And I think those are excellent points because I think he also playing catch up too. Because he just like he like damn, like he done found out something about his wife like that, you know what I'm saying, like would rock anybody. And then he just like, damn, yo, like, am I inadequate? Am I enough? Let me try to, you know, give her the best I got. And then his curiosity get the worst of him, to be honest with you. When he go and follow my man to the gym, he in the showers. The dude then confronted him and told him to stay away from his wife. And Brad just sit back there like, bro, I'm still gonna smash, bro. It's cool. I'm still gonna smash her, bro. And it's just like, what dude could handle that, yo? That's the part. Like, what dude could really honestly handle that? I don't know if I can handle all of that happening at one time. And then on top of that, he, you know what I'm saying, he still, you know, got to be at work because he, you know, obviously he's paying all the bills, it appears, you know what I'm saying? Got a house, 2 kids. Asa thinks the boy's kind of weird. But, you know, it's crazy, man. It's insane.
I'm just saying, he has an unhealthy obsession with his mother, dog. Like, it's like I literally called Rashad yesterday. It was like, yo, it's someone trying to smash, because that's how he act. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it is weird. It's a weird.
It's like real weird. Like, it's like, yo, like
so much so that I try to like avoid it because I'd be like,
yeah, like
I don't want to talk about
sometimes
this.
I had to fast forward. I'm like, yo, Slim, when he come up, I'd be like, let me get, because it's just a little weird. Like,
it's weird.
I'm just like, yo, like, I love my mama, but I don't be saying all that stuff to her ever. Like, what's up, my G? Keep it moving.
Right.
Like, yeah, communication is key, because I think, I want to say it was either episode 2 or 3 where I think he asked, like, when he said, like, you're not cool with your exes, and she didn't never say anything, like, so it's obvious that they never talked about Brad and all of that stuff. And yeah, to find that out, and like you said, at that moment, like, even though she's tried to bring it up, like, you know, I think she also has to understand where he is, because he's seeing this, like, you know what I'm saying? And like that when they came back and now he looking at the laptop, because he like, should I read it to see what else she's saying? Is she now talking about me now? Hopefully she's talking about me instead of him. And then the next morning he go rub one out to the reading. I was like, this is all types of weird. Like, but you just had my man's is in a glass case of emotion. And like Chad said, I don't know. I probably would have thrown the damn laptop in the trash can. Personally, you're not writing about nothing else no more. But I think that's crazy. Like, when you go follow that man, realize that you don't stack up in more ways than one.
Hold on. So let's pause and talk about that for a second. So if we ever been dating a young lady or whatever, this is stuff they be having in the back of their mind sometimes. If they, you know, have been sexually active, been out here in the community, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's the part that scared me. It's like, dang, do I stack up? And if I don't, do I ever want to know? This dude done touched literally a unicorn thought in your wife's mind, like, because she put it down on paper. I think that if this was our culture, I think some people would have been shot up, stabbed by now. It would have been crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. What y'all think?
If it was black folks, the dude would have done shot up everybody, like went crazy, right? Like it'd have been like he just turned around and was like, "Oh, that's what you like." Black man would turn around. What the fuck is this?
What is this? Exactly.
Like, exactly. Everything.
Like, for instance, can y'all imagine the same scenario with Blueface and Krishan Rock?
Who? Oh, they fighting online.
Can you imagine this same scenario?
Live. Yeah, they fighting online.
People dead, bro. It's gonna be a wrap. What are your thoughts, Talina?
I mean, it's human nature. We're gonna compare. This is true, but they're in my past for a reason. In my personal opinion, I might reminisce. I'm not gonna write it down. I'm not gonna put it in my laptop. It's gonna be my thoughts, my personal. But if I've chosen you for a reason, and obviously there's something there. But I'm not gonna negate the fact I don't have kids. Emotions change, hormones change. She's reliving her past now that she's in a different space. I feel like sometimes we always want what we don't have, especially in different moments. Single people want to be married. Married people want to be single. People with kids don't want kids. Then you get the kids, you don't want the kids. I feel like it's always that balance, but you have to deal with that. You chose this man. You chose to get married. You chose to have these kids. Now deal with it and be in that moment. But yeah, it's human nature to compare people. But to hold you to said comparison, I feel like that's the difference.
Talina, I felt like that was an excellent explanation of the situation, and I love it. I love it.
I got a question to the women in the group. Do you think in that moment, like, because Talina, you brought up like the fact that like I chose you and things like that. Do you think in that moment, even if she is reminiscing or whatever, do you think there should have been moments where she still, I guess in a sense, like validated that, like I chose you for a reason, like, you know what I'm saying, and validated that and all of that stuff, in a sense, like stroking the male's ego, because we all know, speaking as a man, like it's one of the most fragile things on us, right? It's like our ego, and when it's fractured, like it's like, nah.
I feel like it's wrong.
Look at Sanchez.
Know what he needs, but she did say that in her own thing. She was like, the moment I met, it felt like home. Like, you know that there's a reason why you're with Cooper, but I don't think she expressed that to Cooper.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the way
necessary. Yeah,
she did express it. I don't remember what episode it was, but she did though. But it was kind of like a day late, dollar short type of thing.
Crystal over here going through a whole circuit workout.
Right. And Shan, she actually handling business out here, huh?
Saving lives, healing people from COVID.
Look, that's what I need to be doing.
Look, I'm trying to be super mom. My son said he wanted to work out. And he was like, can we go now? And I was like, yes, you know. That's so I'm multitasking. Me and the kids, we in here in this gym trying to get it together.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
But no, to Talina's point, and Asa, what you were basically saying too, like I personally feel like, unfortunately, these types of conversations don't happen. Fix your form, baby. You got to make sure your elbows are locked in place because you don't want to hurt yourself, and only move your top arms. So, I feel like these conversations about intimacy don't happen. Essentially, they're non-existent, right? Nobody talks about it until it becomes an issue. Whereas I think that we need to normalize having these conversations to know and understand what each individual's expectations are so that we can make sure that all right, Tyler, get on the ground and plank. Plank in the middle, like hold yourself up in the middle, down on the floor. We superset. For as long as you can hold it. Give me a second, I'll turn it on for you. I think that we need to normalize having these conversations because what happens a lot of times, put your butt down some. You up too high. You need to hold your core in place. We need to normalize we need to normalize having these conversations because what happens is we get to a place in a relationship where people's expectations don't align and meet up, and we just assume that the person is supposed to know what it is that we want, when the reality of the situation is you got to communicate what you want. So if you with somebody and they're like, I like it 3-4 times a day, and you know you a one-day shawty, like if that ain't something that they willing to come and meet you in the middle on, then that's something that y'all need to have a conversation about. And then like if it ain't gonna work, go on ahead and cut your losses, then go about your business. And I think that that's the problem. A lot of times we find ourselves trying to like stay in situations and make things work that just ain't gonna work because we ain't same cylinders.
I was just getting ready to say, I think also too, I think honestly, you gotta like put this into perspective too, because like I think that we could get into a place where we're discussing, you know, people's wants not changing, right? Because that's a thing as well. Because you might get married under these pretenses or start dating people under these pretenses, but it could absolutely change over time. So what do you do with those? And to Ace's point, if you are having those thoughts and feelings and stuff like that, how do you keep your marriage or your dating situation safe if you know sometimes you don't want to like sabotage it just because, you see what I'm saying? So that's a tough place to navigate. I'm not sure y'all feel what I'm saying. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
No, I completely agree. I think just from personal experience, as time goes on, things are going to change and evolve, and those conversations need to happen. And once again, I think that when you're with somebody for so long, you just automatically assume that that person's supposed to know who you are and what you like and how you get down, and they're supposed to pick up on your cues. No, a closed mouth don't get fed. So whatever it is that you need to communicate that to your partner. If something is changing, you need to communicate to your partner. And I think that that's where we miss the mark. It's just the lack of communication in it all. So I think that the ultimate key is just like living in your truth. And like even for her, I get that she like wanted to redefine her life and like live this fairy tale dream, but she should have been straight up with her husband and told him, like, this was what my life was like before you came in the picture. Now this is how I'm adjusting and transitioning. These are the things that I want, or this is what I expect. She didn't do that. I mean, she tried to use nonverbal cues, and she tried to like pursue him in the ways that she wanted to and what made sense for her, and he just continued to disappoint her and let her down. And she never expressed to him or said, you're not meeting my needs. She literally went to that laptop and started typing away. And even when it got to I think she may have like looked at him in a way in episode 2 where she wanted to talk to him about it, but he wasn't really open to talking about it. And I think that either one of them should have forced the issue. They needed to have that conversation and not just leave it up for chance, because he started to assume and insinuate a whole bunch of stuff. And it's like, come on, bruh. Like, instead of that, she should have just told you what it was and what it wasn't.
Well, to be honest with you, their communication was kind of lacking anyway. Because if you can remember, when he came in from work, he didn't even kiss her, right? He just got his kids and kept it moving, right? So like her mind went to wandering because he was ignoring her in the first place, right? Which, you know, fellas, if y'all listen to this, don't be ignoring your woman, bruh. That mind can, you know, can take this. This is a lesson of ignoring your woman going wrong. Okay. But look, man, we're gonna get ready to start to close out, man. I'm gonna get y'all final thoughts before you roll up out of here for episodes 3 and 4. We will conclude next week with episodes 5 and 6. I encourage anybody and everybody to watch Sex Life on Netflix. It's right there on there now. But I'm gonna go ahead and go around the table. Y'all can go ahead and give me your final thoughts about shows 3 and 4, and then we're gonna close it on out. So any one of y'all can go first.
Communication with your partner is key at all levels of the marriage.
Thank you, Shan. Peoples.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I wish the writers would have found a way for them to be able to communicate and talk it out in some scenes. Just because, like, you don't know, like, you know what he's thinking because you can see by how he moves, right? What's going on with him internally. And with her, like, you see it because she's telling her friend and she's writing, but like they never communicate and sit down towards each other. So I wish they would have somehow got to the point where they were like, hey, let's talk. That's all I wanted to see. Because maybe if they would have talked, maybe some of those issues that they had could have been resolved, but who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely an issue when your son over communicating and you not communicating at all.
Yeah.
Talina?
Know yourself enough to be confident and comfortable in your skin and who you are, and be able to express to others who you are, even if that changes over time.
Asa, take us home.
I don't like the way she treats him. I mean, honestly, you learned that like communication is key, right? To all of this, right? Communication is key. The uncomfortable conversations need to be had, and people grow and deal with things at different rates. But being able to give the space for that individual to be able to communicate, it's time for them to communicate, as long as they're willing to communicate. So it's just creating that environment.
All right. Appreciate you on that. So look, I'm gonna close out with these words right here, man. Pay attention to your partner, man. And if they, even if you miss it 3 or 4 times, man, circle the block and really have that sit down conversation. Because you see right now, if you watch episodes 3 or 4, that joint can go off the meat rack pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? And it's all gonna be your fault at the end of the day. But communication is key. Pay attention to your loved one, understanding their words, understanding that your wants are gonna change from year to year, day to day, month to month, and you need to be able to communicate all of those things. So once again, I want to thank my watch club. I want to thank Shan, Asa, Marcus, Crystal, Talina. That's our watch club for today. I thank y'all for dedicating y'all time on Football Sunday as well, because I know them games is on and I know people is out here, but my squad don't play till 6:30, so I don't care about that. Okay. But this is Rashad Little. This is the Candid Curator of Candid Yams Kickback. This is our watch club, and we'll catch y'all next week. All right. Peace.
All right.